Okay, everyone, come on in, come on in. Today is Wednesday. It's late for me. I took a nap earlier. Now I'm a little bit pumped up. So welcome to my channel. Welcome to the mix, you guys. Thank you for supporting the mix. All of those who are subscribers, who are viewers and commenters, domestically and internationally, I appreciate you guys. Drop some comments. Most importantly, you can continue to support the mix by listening to this video from beginning to end. And if you are digitally passing by and who have yet to subscribe, go ahead and smash that subscription button. And for everyone, hit the notification bell. That way you will be in tune with all the content I drop on my channel. Let's engage in the comment section. Don't be scared, y'all. Just let's go ahead and comment respectfully and peacefully in the comment section. You know, drop some comments and let me know your thoughts on this topic. As you can see, the girls are fighting. Oh gosh, you guys, let me just say this before I continue with my commentary, reaction, and opinion on this topic. This content creation space is a beast, especially when you are a one-stop shop. When you're pretty much doing everything yourself. Oh my gosh. You're depending on your own technology skills and ideas, and then you have a regular life, and you have commitments and obligations outside of YouTube. You know, I'm not complaining, but it's pretty tough. So shout out to all the content creators. This is not an easy task. You literally, it seems like you would have to do this full time to be super, in my opinion, based on my experience thus far, to be super successful. This would have to be like a full time. And I'm not gonna say super successful. I guess I wouldn't. I don't want to use success. But to be more consistent, it's the timing. I think I mentioned that before. Timing is a lot, and I need rest. So yeah, I did take a nap, and hopefully I get up and go to the gym early. And I'm beginning to record more gym content. So I had some new content videos in the Workout Wednesday short that I posted today. So, okay, I digress. Let's talk about the queen. Yep, you see him on the screen. The girls are catty and fighting. And I'm talking about Drake and Joe Budden. Specifically Drake. Because, oh my goodness. Okay, you guys, backstory. A lot of people, based off of my review and research, a lot of people are not feeling Drake's new album despite a decent album projection sales. And people who are critiquing music, hip-hop, celebs, and more are under attack nowadays, depending on who the artist is that is being critiqued or the person. So I'm learning a lot, everyone, in this content space. If you have strong connections, and if the person is a whiny and messy man, you can shift the algorithm in your favor. Hence, have people possibly taken down, figuratively and literally speaking. And I'm going to leave it there into your own imagination as to what I meant by that. But seriously, depending on how much money, power, connections you have, you can get a lot of stuff removed, people flagged, all of that on these YouTube streets, Facebook streets, IG streets, X streets / Twitter. Okay, so what happened to tough skin when you're critiquing artists or giving feedback, or even if you're critiquing a movie or a documentary? What happened to tough skin? I mean, you don't see Beyonce complaining about people critiquing her music and writing an entire dissertation to the world on X, formerly known as Twitter, hence Drake. And she's a way bigger artist than Drake. And Beyonce's music doesn't appeal to everyone. And many people have critiqued her music, fans and non-fans. Even myself, even before I started creating content, I'm really a fan of the old school Beyonce music. This music is okay, you know, and it's something that I could probably work out to at the gym, but just sitting back, chilling, having a cocktail, glass of wine, or whatever the case may be, far as Beyonce's music, give me that old school B-Day, that Destiny's Child. Maybe because I come from a different era, but that's my type of album production. I love quality music. I will purchase quality music. Don't get it twisted. I purchase some other type of music or whatever. So what happened to Tough Skin? Like I said, people have critiqued Beyonce. People have critiqued even Michael Jackson. Come on now. Don't get no better than that, you know? So commenters, bloggers, and podcasters, just a lot of different type of entertainment spaces have critiqued many artists, many films, many actors, many actresses. So I'm just not understanding what is the issue nowadays. Back to Joe Budden and Drake. Okay. For those who do not know, Joe Budden critiqued Drake's album. Joe Budden, he's from the early 2000s. He is a former rap artist. He didn't do that well, successful-wise, far as his rap career. But in Joe Budden's defense, and I'm not for him or caping for him, however you want to put it, in his defense, to me, in my opinion, he was a good rapper. He was a good artist. He was lyrically, and metaphorically, all of that. He was. I have no idea why his rap career did not take off. He was great, like I said, lyrically, and it's to my understanding he did write his own raps, but I also heard through the wire, and this was pre all the social media type of space, that he rubbed some people the wrong way in the industry, and I think he actually was trying to come for Jay-Z, possibly like lyric-wise, but that never materialized, as we can see today, present day, into anything career-wise. So, okay, for Joe Budden, he found his own lane through reality TV, relationships, love and hip hop and stuff. And then also the podcasting space, interviewing and critiquing artists, movies, celebs, Joe Budden will tell you he has his sassy days and messy moments. And he's not a stranger to that. And Joe Budden owns his ish, whatever it is. And I like that. I like the authenticity of Joe Budden as a podcaster, as an interviewer. I like it. I like his style. He does very well. He's very successful at it too. But I don't see anyone else better in this podcasting space to really critique. And I'm not going to say anyone, but those who come to mind, I would say Joe Budden, because he's done it before. He's done it before. So why not him? There are plenty of other podcasters and commentators and bloggers who critique celebrities and artists all day and never composed any type of album, never performed on any type of stage. So in my opinion, it's fitting for Joe Budden because he was a former rapper and he understands that type of space in terms of composing music, the behind the scenes, the production, the working with the different execs, artists, other artists, collaborating and all of that. So I think he's perfect to add his opinion and commentary on different artists' albums. So Drake was upset. He was incredibly upset and did a full dissertation on X, formerly known as Twitter. Let me go ahead and share Drake's tweet he did. And this is about 4 or 5 days ago. So let me go ahead and share this. And when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, really? I didn't screenshot it or anything. It was just too much. I was like, really? You did all of this? I cringed, but let me share this. Okay, this is Champagne Poppy, and this is to Joe Budden. Drake's full dissertation at Joe Budden. You have failed at music. You left it behind to do what you are doing in this clip, cause this is what actually pays your bills. For any artist watching this, just remember you are watching a failure give their opinion on his idea of a recipe for success. A quitter give their opinion on how to achieve longevity. You switched careers cause the things that popped into your brain had you broke, living check to check. And the raps you write have 450 men showing up to your shows in dusty Inyense jeans to screw up their face to Musique 29 and pretend you are the GOAT. Please, to any artist that's doing what they feel is right, don't let these opinions affect your mindset after the fact. This guy is the poster child of frustration and surrendering. You retired and we never hung up your jersey. We don't even remember your number. Ooh, sassy much. We know you for doing this. You withdrew from rap not because you accomplished all you need to. It's because it wasn't working for you. Woo. Okay, Miss Drake. I never want anybody in the generations to think that the whole everybody's entitled to their opinion is a real thing. This is a man projecting his own self-hate and the fact I did and continue to do everything he wanted to do for himself. Woo. Okay, Missy. Queen. If you need it, put in simpler terms. I own a 767. He owns a modest house in the 973 and flies first class on special occasions. Sassy much. Sassy much. So yes, you guys, you see that full dissertation that was posted by Drake. Champagne Poppy. And he also, and it's a lot to share. It's a lot to keep up. This is an ongoing timeline. This has been trending for the past 4-5 days now. So since then, Birdman, Tweet has responded to everyone commenting on Drake or giving their opinion with threats, so to speak. You might call it what it is. Most recently, I heard Drake's daddy, Champagne Papa, has responded as well. It comes to his son's defense. So, but let me share with you guys Joe Budden's, his initial critique.
This is like Yachty rapping. This is like he rapping for the children. And that's my, yo dog, I had to look up how old this was when I finished listening to the album. Mm-hmm. You are 36. Your birthday is in 20 days. I Googled that too. You are 37 years old. Get the away from some of these younger niggas and stop these 25-year-olds. I'm listening to the album. You're a 37-year-old billionaire. I get it that you appeal to the world. Loving about Cole, like in reverse. Like with Cole, he used to rap about McGraw, like real Jersey City. I want to hear how you lost your virginity. And then he started to grow up. Mm-hmm. And then the rapping sounded like an adult rapping. Mm-hmm. I want to hear adult Drake rapping for adult people.
No.
Okay, you guys, that was the clip. That's an excerpt of that clip. Of course, there's a full interview Joe Budden did on his podcast critiquing the album, and to point, I see what he's saying. I don't see anything wrong with it. It's evolution. It's evolving. It's when you're in the industry for a certain period of time. It's just like with me, with this content creation space. You're going to see me evolve over time. You're going to see a lot of things change over time. I'm challenging myself for that because I want that, So with Drake, he's just basically saying it's time to level up. You're a grown man. You have a child. Why are you running around with the yachties? Why are you running around with the 20-something-year-olds? Not to say that you can't have communication or connections with them, but you're running around, in my opinion, like a clout type of thing to appeal to that generation. When you can appeal and have that generation just off of who you are and continue to level up. I mean, look at Jay-Z. You continue to grow with your fans. Look at J. Cole. Look at Kendrick Lamar. So honestly, I get his point. And then when he said something about being with 25-year-olds, I think that's what really triggered Drake. So the saga continues. So Drake ended up DMing Joe Budden. And Joe Budden shared the DMs because it just seems like now everybody is threatening commentators, people with opinions. It's like, what? You can have an opinion. But let me share Drake's DMs.
Appear to feel about hip-hop media. Well, that y'all think y'all art should still be granted the luxury of art dishonesty.
Ooh.
We don't kick it.
Alleged DMs being revealed by Joe Budden, contrary to what he said in that clip. Take a chill pill, Anthony. Have a drink. Throw him some instrumentals. Maybe write one of those fellas. Do your thing. Let me do my thing. Joints for old time's sake. A little radio play would do you some good, Papa. Cause you bringing up my friends and the B's I effed like you know anything about that. Keep it music. I don't give a F what you listen to in your free time because the people's opinions I care about don't have free time. I also don't care if you like or dislike something, but talk about my life and ish like you trying to plant some seed or paint some narrative and turn people against me. Talk about the music. If you hate it, you hate it. But you talking about I'm out here effing 25-year-olds. So that was the issue. That ish feels malicious to me, and I don't do well with that. Your nerd co-host can sit and talk about gangster this and that, but you know how we get down. So keep it journalistic, jabronis. Okay. The girls are fighting. The girls are fighting. My thoughts, you guys, on all of this. Woo, sheesh. It's tough out here in these content and podcast streets. I'm kind of good, kind of safe, I hope. Being a small channel right now. Greater later gets greater later. Okay, well, my thoughts, you guys, as I said before, censorship is real, especially depending on the subject matter, depending on the person, depending on the music artist, depending on the politician who giving commentary and critique on, in your opinion on. I'm telling you, some folks can shift the algorithm and it can be against you. You can be on top one day and your whole life is turned upside down the next day, all because you gave an opinion or commentary about something or someone. And it's just like, what about free speech? Does that even exist? Is it truly real, or has it totally slipped away? Actually, you guys, I don't see anything wrong with what Joe Budden said. And to my understanding, the part about Joe Budden mentioning Drake being with younger females could possibly be perceived in a different manner. But if they are 25 years and older and he's 30 something years old, I mean, it happens all the time. There's nothing new. Joe Budden was equating that to Drake hanging around young people just overall, from males and females. It's like, up at some level. Is that where you're drawing your energy from, even to produce this album? This is the process I'm getting at in terms of what Joe Budden may have meant. So my understanding, Joe Budden has since responded to the DMs and all of that, and basically, and I saw some clips earlier, and I'm not going to share those. Basically, Joe Budden was like, you know what, I could see how that could be perceived, and I don't think Joe Budden apologized, but he pointed out possibly he could have reworded or used another analogy, but I didn't take it that way, like it was like maliciously trying to plant a seed saying, oh, you're with young girls, but I can understand also on the flip side what Drake, how he felt about that particular comment. But I don't know, a hit dog will holler. A hit dog will holler. I guess because maybe I come from that tough era, I don't know, and correct me if I'm wrong, I actually didn't see anything, like I said, totally wrong with what Joe Budden said about Drake's album. But I do somewhat understand what Drake felt, that Joe Budden was taking it to a personal level when he mentioned males, messes with or whatever. So yeah, let me know your thoughts, you guys. The girls are fighting. They are fighting. Sending threads of comments and opinions. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Like this video, share this video. I will have some polls going on this topic. Is Drake right or Joe Budden right? Do you think it's necessary to give threats? Is free speech no longer a factor anymore in the United States? Or is free speech DEAD? Okay, let's get the discussion going in the comment section. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.